our next match, the Stadium Stampede, it sucked. So now we move on to the other match, and now I'll bring it back. Fucking hell, here we go. The fucking
Okay, hold on,
Stampede.
Because since you already said where you at with it, I get it. And listen, I don't all the way disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
However,
However,
I will say, in the midst of it, it was a lot. There was a lot going on. We had food fights. We had cars hitting other cars. We had all kinds of ridiculous shit going on here. But I don't know what at the end of it when it was over, I don't know why I was just like, I wasn't so bad. Like it was chaos. You know what I mean? I mean, they were wrestling in fucking tuxedos. Like it's supposed to be a clown fiesta. It's fine, but like I don't know. Like I said, it ain't winning no awards anytime soon. But I don't know if maybe just because there was only one of these, it was kind of. Can I say when I did start watching this, when the Thekla match was over, the visual for this match popped up, and I paused it, and I said to everybody, I said, "Okay, do we want to try?" And before I even finished, they were all like, "Nah, we can do it another day." So this is where I paused and came back. So I don't know if that was the same thing for you, but I reset myself for this match. Is my point. I came back to this 2 days later, wanting to watch some wrestling. So I was a little more forgiving and accepting to what I was watching. I could imagine if you went 3 matches and then into this shit, I don't think you'll have the same perspective if you're not a fan of it.
I paused after Will Ospreay and Samoa Joe.
Oh,
so when I came back, it was Bandito Swerve. It was the 4-way, and then it was.
That's why you're fucking jaded.
So I was cooking, and then all of a sudden, no. But again, I didn't really have. Up until this match, despite whatever my criticisms are, I enjoyed every single match, just to degrees and levels.
Right.
Whatever. No, I almost skipped it entirely, and my wife was like, "Okay, look, you're gonna talk about it on the show. You gotta watch it." I'm like, yeah. All right, and then I saw the tuxedos, and I went, "Listen." And then here's the funny part: it's more sad than funny. So I'm watching the intros, and they did if I'm not mistaken, I think they did the heels first. And so I was like, I couldn't remember the order of what it was. I just remember
Ricochet's team came out first. Was he the heels?
That's the heels, right? Okay, because that's what fucked me up. Because
I mean, it's Jericho.
They came out. Ricochet and his guys came out in baseball outfits. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, they're doing like some sort of theme because. In the past for Stadium Stampedes, they wore outfits like this as a theme leading up to like I think the very first one they wore like football jerseys and shit because it was in a football field. It was in the Jacksonville Jaguars football stadium or whatever. So I said, oh, they're in Queens, right? The Mets play in Queens. They're wearing baseball outfits. Maybe that's the theme for this match. And then their partners came out wearing exactly the same shit they always wear. I went, oh, so they're just doofy. That's what that was. They're just fucking stupid. That's why they chose to wear that. So I said, okay, maybe the baby faces, when it's their turn, they'll have a theme. And that was correct. They did have a theme.
Ballroom.
For whatever reason, it was, as you put it, ballroom. I was like, what is happening here?
It was night out with the fellas with stogies and casino.
Oh,
that's what it was.
God.
My man was doing moonsaults in a blazer. That shit was crazy.
They had Shelton Benjamin out here doing high knees and table bumps and a goddamn white button down and slacks. And Bobby Lashley is out here in dress shoes giving the business. The motherfuckers. The only people that really didn't do anything all that goofy was the Hurt Business. They just did incredible moves.
They really didn't actually. Now that you say that, I don't think they had anything outrageous.
Lashley did have one interaction though. That goddamn Leo Rush character, where he does the
oh yeah, that weird thing. We were like, "What the fuck are we? What is this?" It's supposed to be fun, man. I think that's the problem. Like this got Jericho written all over it. Like this shit only happens when Jericho's around. Like this all theatrical wrestling, but just like as theater is like a fucking Jericho thing, man. I'm telling you.
And here's the hot take right here. If this is a match that you really enjoyed, I'm not mad at you. I've tapped out on the ideology.
It was fun.
That we're all going to see things the same way. So if you enjoy the match, I'm going to give it to you. Enjoy the match. As long as you give it to me, that I don't have to like the match. because you know what really summarized the match for me? This match was 31 minutes. And I shit you not, I think they were about 20 minutes in when I think it was Tony Schiavone, which, by the way, the commentators of the 30 minutes probably spent 15 to 20 minutes laughing at everything that they saw, to the point where I could hear people moving the mics because the laughter was so intense for some of them. And at one point, Tony Schiavone it got real quiet. And so Tony Schiavone just says on the microphone for everyone to hear, has anybody tried to pin anybody yet? No. No, Tony. Not a single pin attempt was made.
Oh, they're trying to kill each other, dude.
They're just trying to go for aggravated assault queens. And I said on last week's show that match made me nervous because, and this became a thing, they booked a Stadium Stampede in the city of New York, which for those of you outside of my hometown, we have a very strict athletic commission. So they were very specifically told, no blood, no fighting in the crowd. No, you can't fight up the steps. You can't do this. You can't do that. There's so many regulations on that match. So they did everything that they could to make it as entertaining as they could, but they were handcuffed. So I'll give them that. But no, this was not my cup of tea. I'm all set. I'm all set.
I'm not saying I liked it. It was funny, and I get it. And if there's a crowd, you can get away with this shit. It's this one. So
yeah, this is the one right here.